Hey there folks, Pliskin by 51mm here, and today I figured I would do a little video that I've wanted to do for some time, but it just kept slipping my mind until recently. It's a shooting tip for the M1A, for those who have recently bought an M1A. And I've gotten a lot of comments on videos here, just like within the past month, people buying M1A, M14s for the first time new owners, which I find spectacular. It's good to see the M14 is still being bought by new people and learned, and you guys will come to love the rifle. It's just an amazing rifle, and really it's a good all-around 308 rifle too. But I was on one of Paul Harrell's videos the other night, watching his M1A versus M1 Garand video. And what reminded me to do this little, shooting tip was that video. So I was looking in the comments, and somebody brought up the fact, because Paul was shooting on a cold day, and he asked if it was normal for gas to be coming out of the bottom of the gas tube, or gas piston tube. As you can see down here, there's a little venting hole under the gas tube of the M1A. And what that does is that lets excess gas that gets in the gas piston, in the gas tube, to, it expels that, so that way it's not being overgassed. And the gentleman in that comment on Paul Harrell's video is wondering if it does this all the time and if that's normal. It is very normal. The M1A, M14, every time you shoot it, it does that. It releases gas out of that little hole. But it's most visible, most noticeable on colder days. It does it all the time. It does it each time you pull the trigger and send the bullet down the barrel. It does that. It releases gas out of that little port. But you only really see it on cold days, when the air temperature is really cold, and it comes out as like a white smoke. I've even had videos of where it does it on mine on cold days. But this led to another point that I brought up to him, is that when you are shooting from a rest, like say such as this, imagine this being a rifle rest, these two sandbags here, how I have the M1A positioned, ignoring the back one, that's just to keep it up on the table so I can do this video. But how I have it positioned here with this sandbag right in the middle of the forearm is how you want to rest your shooting rest, no matter what it is. It could be a sandbag, it could be a front rest, it could be a rolled up jacket. But if you're shooting from a seated position or prone position and you're not using a bipod, you want to keep your front rest on the rifle like this, here in the middle of the forearm. And the reason why that is it took me a while to figure this one out on my own as well. Actually, a few people suggested it to me, and I kind of came to that conclusion myself, was if you rest your front rest right here under the gas piston, right there where that venting hole is, each time you fire, the gas is released from this venting hole will push your rifle upwards. So it'd be like you're sitting here, and imagine if you will, if this was beneath the gas piston. Well, each time, if you have something resting under that gas piston, under that gas tube, each time you fire, them gases that go down out of that little hole will make your gun do this. Not that severely, that's kind of over exaggerated, but your gun will hop due to that, because there's something there underneath the gas tube, and it's you know, them gases go down and your gun will go up, and that will throw your groups. So when you're shooting from a seated position or prone position and you don't have a bipod deployed, always keep your front rest here under the forearm, and that helps tremendously. The M1A, way it's designed, it already has a upward jump due to, you know, the design. It's all the momentum. See back here, it has this hill receiver. All the momentum comes back here and it kind of jumps upward naturally. And with practice and learning the rifle, getting good trigger control, having a good hold on it, you can counteract that on your own. I've done it. I've got to, before, back when we was able to go out and shoot every which stitch when there was still ammo, I got pretty damn accurate with this outfit from just about any position, because I'd take my time and I would control that upward jump. There's also muzzle brakes you can buy. I think Smith Enterprises sells a Navy muzzle brake. It's called, the full name of it escapes me at the moment, but it's called a Good Iron, and it has venting holes up here in the top. I'll put in a picture of it, what it looks like. But yeah, it affixes to the front of your rifle, and each time you shoot them, the escaping gases behind the bullet go upward, and that counteracts the natural upward jump of the M1A, M14 rifles, which I've seen them shoot M14s on full auto with that muzzle brake, and there is no barrel rise. It just stays level. The M14 does. It's wild to witness with that muzzle brake on a full auto M14. But if you rest your front rest of your M14 under your M14, if you rest your M14 on your front rest with that venting hole on top of whatever you're resting it on, sandbag, rolled up jacket, front shooting rest, them downward gases that escape out of that hole there will add and contribute to the already natural muzzle jump of the M14. So if you're shooting, this is, you know, just advice for the newer people. Just put your front rest right here under the forearm. Right there, there's this little space right in here. I always usually go for like right there. I use the op rod as a natural point of placement. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The weather is improving outside. It's warming back up. So me and my dad will be going to the range to shoot 22s sometime soon. Just give us a few days, and I will be out. I'm wanting to shoot my Smith & Wesson, get back good with it, because Indiana is on the cusp of passing state constitutional carry. And I need to get back good with my Smith so I can start packing that around with me everywhere I go. Because if they get that state constitutional carry passed, we will not need to have a permit to carry, according to what I've read, and that's, you know, constitutional carry. So I'm just going off of that. I've been reading some kind of wishy-washy things with it, but we'll have to wait and see. I really hope they get that passed, so that way I can start packing my revolver, my Smith & Wesson Model 17-3, and start doing more videos on that, because I have had a few viewers request some more information on that. So I will be uploading more frequently on little stuff like this, but I'd really love to get out and shoot my M1A, but I just can't risk shooting up my loaded ammo I've got for it, because I mean, yeah, I got bullets and I've got brass and we have powder and primers, but the powder this one prefers we don't have a whole lot of, and I just can't risk shooting up all my factory ammo, or a good chunk of it, and then not being able to reload it back, so it sucks. And I know I make a big deal of this each time, but it really does, because, you know, I just, you know, when you're able to shoot that often for so long, for so many years, and then all of a sudden it just comes to a halt, it's stupid, but it's just where we're at. Well, anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Pliskin by 51mm. Subscribe, like the video, dislike the video, share the video, all if you want to, and I'll catch you guys all in the next video.